Time once again for our weekly visit with the good men who make up the Good Man Project. These are men who are giving of themselves, sharing their talent, skills, and successes with others to help them learn and grow, or just set an example for other men who like to follow their words and deeds. Our good man this morning walks to the beat of a drummer, his own drummer. In fact, the president of the Berklee College of Music, Roger Brown, joining us this morning. Roger, great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Before we get started, give us a little bit of your background, because people around here probably say, man, that's not a New England accent I detect.
I call it a South Boston accent, but very far south of Boston. I grew up just near the beginning of the Appalachian Mountain Trail in Georgia, in the mountains of Georgia. My great-grandfather was a fiddler in the North Carolina mountains. My grandmother, a great piano player. But anyway, I migrated. While everyone else was moving south, I migrated north and ended up here in Boston.
But you actually also migrated to Africa for a while, and you learned a lot of things over there. What was that experience like for you, and what was your motivation to go there?
When I finished college, I was trying to figure out what to do, and I decided to go teach math and physics in a small high school in Kenya. I think the biggest thing I learned was, in my class of, say, 25 math students, I had 3 kids who easily could have gone to MIT. And this was a rural part of Kenya, far from Nairobi, no game parks anywhere nearby. And it made me realize, reinforced me, that there is great talent everywhere in the world, not just in New England, not just in private schools or in affluent countries, but everywhere you go in the world, there are people with great potential. And in some ways, I feel like I've spent a lot of my life just trying to help those people get access to the...
And that has helped shaping what you're doing now at Berklee, because you guys have set up a program which essentially helps music programs at schools throughout the country.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that and how effective, and what exactly it does, because we were talking before we came on here, with schools in budget situations and finding funds tough. A lot of things that get cut right at the budget at the beginning are music programs.
Right. We have a program called Berklee City Music, and we work with middle school and high school kids in cities around the country, 30 cities now, providing students with lessons, private lessons, working ensembles, and music theory classes. So if they choose to pursue music, they're going to be well prepared. But if they choose to go to a traditional college, they're going to be well prepared for that as well. And, it really can't replace some of the cuts that are happening in public schools, but I think it's a really fantastic program that can allow kids to have access to music who might otherwise not have.
Another thing you do is you're a drummer by trade, or by trade, but by love, I guess you could say.
That's probably,
and you're still drumming now. We got some shots you're drumming. The people go and say, oh, this is pretty cool, because the president is out here drumming, and he's kind of a regular guy.
Let me say this. None of the drumming faculty at Berklee get intimidated when they hear me play. No one feels like their job is threatened. But I try to play a lot. I've got a few gigs coming up, and I think it's good for our students to see that I love music just as much as they do. I may not be as talented as they are, but I'm still playing, I'm still learning, I'm taking lessons.
Part of a good man spreading the love of music for everybody and making it accessible to everybody. What's the one thing you think music does for most people? Because there's some folks who may not get exposure to it, but once they do, from an emotional point of view, how do you think people really respond?
I think there are 2 levels it works at. As the individual level, if I practice an instrument every day and develop that discipline, if I lead ensembles and develop those kind of leadership skills, if I learn to compose and write music and learn those analytical skills, those things serve you no matter what you do in life. But I think at a cultural level, I don't believe we would have ever had the civil rights movement in this country had we not had Louis Armstrong and John Coltrane and Sarah Vaughan and Nat King Cole and white America appreciating the genius of African Americans and saying, wow, this system we have is broken. Likewise with the Middle East now, I think if we can build bridges across cultures through music and other arts, I think we need that more than ever.
It's always remarkable to me that someone could take a blank piece of paper or something in their head and make a song and make you tap your toes and make you jump up and down or make you cry through that whole thing. It's really remarkable, the emotions that they can pull out of people.
And that can work for someone in Boston or someone in rural Kenya. The same tune. It really is stunning how it works.
And making sure everybody has that opportunity is what makes you a good man, Roger. We appreciate you coming in this morning.
It's good to be here.
Sharing your story with us. We also want to remind you, for more information about the Good Men Project, you can visit their online magazine at goodmenproject.com. Roger Brown, thank you very much.
Okay,
Pleasure to chat with you this morning.